Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to this video. If you're new here, my name is Rachelle. Today I thought I would do the ultimate book video. That means this entire day I'm going to do a whole bunch of book related things. There's going to be some reading, book shopping, creating my TBR for the next month, and so much more. I decided to do this video because there's just so many book related things that I want to do, and I thought it would just be fun to just combine them all into one video instead of perhaps doing it all in separate videos. I'm honestly so excited to vlog my day for you guys and to just show you what I'm up to. I have so many things planned to do today, so much to get done, which is why I am starting my day off with a productivity shot from Magic Mind. Today I made my Magic Mind into an iced matcha latte. These productivity shots help boost your cognition, energy, and decrease stress, procrastination, and inflammation. I have been taking these shots for the past 8 days now, and so far, mentally I feel more alert and awake for a longer period of time, and I haven't gone for a single cup of coffee in days. Physically though, I feel like I can get more done in a day than I could before. I mean, just yesterday, I finished reading half of a book in a day, and I usually do not read that fast. So if you want to give Magic Mind a try, you can check them out at the link in my description box below, and if you use my code Rachelle20, you can get 20% off your purchase. Okay, now let's get on with my day, but before we do, if you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to stay up to date at when and what I post, and give this video a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's just jump right into all these book-related activities. I'm so excited to just have a day to do all things book-related. Okay guys, it is currently 9:30 in the morning, so it's a little bit early, but I thought it'd be nice to start my day with a little bit of reading. I am currently reading Beartown by Frederick Backman. I actually started this book last night, and I am only 36 pages in, and so far I am actually really liking it. Let me just read you the back of the book to tell you what it's about. People say Beartown is finished, but down by the lake stands an old ice rink, built generations ago by the working men who founded the town. And that rink is the reason people in Beartown believe tomorrow will be better than today. Their junior hockey team is about to compete in the national championships, and they actually have a shot at winning. All the hopes and dreams of the town now rest on the shoulders of a handful of teenage boys. Being responsible for the expectations of an entire town is a heavy burden, and the semi-final match is the catalyst for a violent event that leaves a young girl traumatized and a town in turmoil. Hers is the story that no one wants to believe, since the truth would mean the end of the dream. Accusations are made, and like ripples on a pond, they travel through all of Beartown, leaving no resident unaffected. This book was actually recommended to me by one of my friends. They've actually recommended me a lot of books in the past, and they did not disappoint me, so I think because they suggested me to read this book, I think I'm actually gonna like it. So for the next little bit, I'm gonna read more of Beartown, and I will be sipping my matcha at the same time. Okay guys, so I pretty much read for the entire morning. Once I started reading, I just kind of got carried away, but I am currently 79 pages into the book, and I thought right now I'd just take a little lunch break. For lunch, I made myself some fish fillets and cauliflower rice. It's just something super simple to make, and it tastes so good. I'm gonna eat this, and I will see you guys in a little bit. It is now a little bit later now, and right now I thought I would do a little book shopping, but here's the thing. I'm currently on a book buying ban just because I have a lot of books on my bookshelf that I haven't read yet, and it just keeps growing because I keep buying books. So I put myself on a book buying ban, but there's this book that I really want, and I have to get it now because it's on Book Outlet. If you don't know what Book Outlet is, they basically sell brand new books at a discounted price, and the thing is, it's not like a regular bookshop. They do have a wide selection of books to choose from, but they don't always have the books you're looking for. So the fact that they currently have a book that I want, the way I see it, it's like I have to buy it now before it sells out. Even though I'm on a book buying ban, I think buying from Book Outlet is okay. At least I'm gonna say it's okay, because they are so much affordable than buying it from a regular bookstore. The book I want to buy is Apples Never Fall by Leanne Moriarty. I hope that's how you see their name, I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, the regular price of this book is $23.99, but I'm only paying $10 $2.55 on Book Outlet. I am saving 56%, and that's why I'm saying I must buy it because it's so cheap. That is the only book I'm buying today. I am not letting myself buy any more. The reason I want to buy this book though is because lately I've been really enjoying mystery thriller novels. I definitely think that's my new favorite genre, and this book is a mystery thriller novel. Let me read the book description for you guys. If your mother was missing, would you tell the police, even if the most obvious suspect was your father? This is the dilemma facing the 4 grown Delaney siblings. The Delaneys are fixtures in their community. The parents, Stan and Joy, are the envy of all their friends. They're killers on the tennis court, and off it, their chemistry is palpable. But after 50 years of marriage, they finally sold their famed tennis academy and are ready to start what should be the golden years of their lives. So why are Stan and Joy so miserable? The 4 Delaney children, Amy, Logan, Troy, and Brooke, were tennis stars in their own right. Yet, as their father would tell you, none of them had what it took to go all the way. But that's okay, now that they're all successful grown-ups and there is a wonderful possibility of grandchildren on the horizon. One night, a stranger named Savannah knocks on Stan and Joy's door bleeding after a fight with her boyfriend. The Delaneys are more than happy to give her the small kindness she sorely needs, if only that was all she wanted. Later, when Joy goes missing and Savannah is nowhere to be found, the police questions the one person who remains, Stan. For someone who claims to be innocent, he, like many spouses, seems to have a lot to hide. 2 of the Delaney children think their father is innocent, 2 are not so sure. But as the 2 sides square off against each other in perhaps their biggest match ever, all of the Delaneys will start to re-examine their shared family history in a very new light. Doesn't that sound so good? There's mystery, suspense, and a whole lot of excitement there, and I cannot wait to read it. I'm so excited to expand my mystery thriller section on my bookshelf. It's not very big yet. I think I have like 3 books so far, so it's really exciting to add a new one to it. It just makes my heart so happy to diversify my bookshelf. Alright, so I thought right now I would make a trip to my local library. I actually haven't been to the library in forever. Honestly, I haven't borrowed a book from the library since I was a kid. I don't know, I guess I just kind of forgot about it until recently. So today I thought I would just go visit a library, browse some books, and maybe borrow some books. I used to have a library card when I was younger and I just don't know where I put it. So on today's agenda is to get a new library card. I've just been buying my books and borrowing my books from my friends. After today, I definitely know that I'm going to continue borrowing books from the library. Books are actually so expensive now, and I'm not kidding you, I think books are actually kind of making me broke. So getting a library card and borrowing some books will help make my bank account a little more happier. The only problem I can foresee myself having is whether I should buy a book or borrow a book. Honestly, I think books should be cheaper. I mean, it is an educational tool. It helps develop your brain. So because it can be seen as an educational tool, I think books should be cheaper. Alright guys, let's just go head to the library. I don't know, maybe I'll take some time at the library to read my own book, just to get a change of scenery.
Sometimes I like to hike up mountains just to see how crazy small we are in this world. So how the fuck are you still bitching about your problems? Can you fall apart? Baby girl, the liquid out your eyes rolls right down to the source of your life. The lipids in your body run overtime to keep you alive. Your eyes.
Hi guys, so I just finished at the library, so I thought I would do a mini library book haul for you guys. The first book I picked up is Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner. I hope that's how you say their last name, I'm not quite sure. This is actually a nonfiction read, and I haven't been into reading nonfiction yet, but I think this book would be a good start into it. Let me just read you the book description. When Michelle Zauner was in her mid-20s working as a waitress and struggling to launch her music career in Philadelphia, she got a call that her mother was ill. She put her life on hold and flew home to Oregon to be with her mother through the final, excruciating months of her battle with cancer. This is Zauner's searing, candid coming-of-age story of growing apart from and then back together with her Korean identity and of forging her own path in the wake of a devastating loss. With humor and heart, she tells of growing up Asian American, straining to meet her mother's expectations, moving across the country, and returning home to reckon with grief. She recalls treasured childhood holidays spent in her grandmother's tiny apartment in Seoul, and now in adulthood, learning to cook the Korean dishes that that revive and nourish these memories. She savors the unexpected solace of weekly trips to her favorite Asian grocery store. I think I would really enjoy reading this book because it's about an Asian American, and it seems like living in the US, she kind of lost her culture and her identity, and in her mid-20s, it seems like she's about to rediscover her culture. And I think that's kind of similar to my situation because I am a Chinese Canadian, and being born and raised in Canada, I feel like I lost a little bit of my culture. So in some ways, I think I can really relate to this author. The second book I took out is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This is a mystery thriller novel, and I'm sure you know why I picked it up because I've just been so interested in reading mystery thrillers lately. To read you the book description again, on a remote island off the coast of Ireland, guests gather to celebrate the wedding of Jules Keegan and Will Slater. Will is a rising television star, handsome and charming. Jules is a smart, ambitious magazine publisher. Though the sea is a little choppy and the cell service spotty, their wedding is everything you'd expect of a younger power couple. Designer dress, 4-tiered cake, boutique whiskey, vintage champagne. All that's left to orchestrate is the happiness. But perfectionist for plans and people are all too human. It's not long after the cake is cut and the champagne popped that the resentments and petty jealousies come out. Worse yet, the latest barometer reading shows the weather has shifted from fair to changeable, and dark clouds are looming overhead. This book sounds so fast-paced, and it sounds like so much happens, and I am so excited to read all about it. Yeah, so these are the two books I picked up today at the library. I didn't get to read Beartown while I was inside because all the seats were just full at the library. There was nowhere else to sit, so I'm just gonna go home now and just read more at home. It is so much later now. I just picked out some books for my February TBR, and I thought I would just share with you guys my picks for February. Right now, I have 2 different February TBR piles. That is because I haven't decided which is my official TBR pile for the next month. I haven't really confirmed the TBR pile yet because what I want to read next month is kind of dependent on whether or not I actually enjoy Beartown when I finish it. I have a strong feeling that Beartown is going to be the last book I read in January, so when I finish this book and if I like it a lot, my February TBR will have the other 2 books in the series in it. The sequel to Beartown is Us Against You, and the third book is The Winners. Along with those 2 books, I also want to read the 2 books I borrowed from the library today, which is of course Crying in H Mart and The Guest List. So those 4 books are my first February TBR choices. In the case that I don't enjoy Beartown, I also have a backup February TBR selection, and that again consists of The Guest List and Crying in H Mart. I chose 2 other books to add to this selection. One of the books is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. This book has been sitting on my bookshelf for a really long time, and I just haven't picked it up yet. So I thought if I don't plan on finishing the Beartown series next month, this book is a book that needs to get read, and that's why it's a potential February read for me. I've just been hesitant to read this book because I've heard it's slow, and I don't really like slow-paced books, but I really did like the TV show Little Fires Everywhere, so I think I just gotta be brave, pick it up, and I think I will actually like the story despite it being slow. The last book I chose is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Because it's February and Valentine's Day is in February, I thought it would be perfect to pick a romance to read in this month. This book definitely sounds like a very cute romance. And I actually watched all the movies on Netflix already, so I know what happens. But when I read this book, I think it'd be really nice to just see the difference between the books and the movies. Yeah, so those 4 books are my second selection for my February TBR. I don't know which February TBR pile I'm gonna lean towards, but I guess only time will tell. Who knows, maybe I'll mix and match the 2 piles. Maybe I'll pick a couple books from the first selection and a couple from the second. For the rest of the night, I think I just want to have a chill night, so I might just take my shower and I'm gonna read more of Beartown. I really just want to see how much of this book I can get through today. And I'll give you a little update of my thoughts on this book so far a little bit later. Okay guys, so I'm currently on page 122 of Beartown, and I think I'm gonna stop there for the night. So far, I have to say this book is actually pretty slow. I mean, I'm already 100 pages in, and I haven't even gotten to the semifinals match yet. I'm definitely very close to it because they're about to play in the semifinals, but they just haven't played yet. So far, it's mainly been introductions to the various characters in the book, and it really just tells us the family life and dynamic of each of these characters. Even though I think it's quite slow, and I'm not a fan of slow books, I actually am quite enjoying this read so far, which is actually surprising to me because I don't usually enjoy slower reads. But something I'm noticing about slower books and reads is that for me, I find that I read slower when the book pacing is slow. I mean, just before I started reading this book, I was reading a book with a little bit of a faster pacing, and I definitely feel like I read that book faster than I am reading this one. In comparison to this book, it literally feels like I devoured that book. So I guess that's one of my reading habits. Anyways, guys, I'm getting pretty sleepy now, so I think I'm gonna go to bed right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this bookish vlog. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already done so. Don't forget to follow me on Goodreads. I will have the link to my profile in the description box below. Also, don't forget to check out the productivity shots from Magic Mind. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye now!
Pull the key out the ignition. Run your mouth but I never listen. You hold me back, will never last. Keep talking all your shit. Wondering how all this started. You left me broken hearted. You flip my words, yeah, this love hurts. Keep talking all your shit.